One of the most asked questions I get is, how do you cook the perfect steak? Well, it's actually very, very simple, because I think we have some amazing beef in Ireland. And what you're looking for is the Bord Bia quality mark. So it is Irish growing, grass fed, and this is the strip loin steak, which I really like. There's a lovely marbling of fat, and fat has flavour. This is matured for 28 days. So it's a really, and it's Irish Angus. It's from Jennings in Ballinrobe. So I got down there to meet them and all, and they buy of local farmers, and that's really important. So the key is to just bring it to room temperature. So I have a little bit of rapeseed oil, tiny little bit of thyme in this. I'm going to cook this. It's not going to take very long to cook. It's a strip loin. You can use the ribeye or you can use the fillet. It's all the same technique. Every one of the cuts are a little bit different in texture. So they are. The fillet is really soft, melt in the mouth. This one has a little bit more texture, and then the ribeye has more marbling of fat, but they all have fantastic flavour. So the first thing we're going to do is show you how to make kind of like it's some mushrooms a la creme. Very simple. So I am going to just get my mushrooms, and we're just going to literally just slice them, cut them in half. So you never wash mushrooms. What you do is you just simply wipe them with a J-cloth, a clean J-cloth, some kitchen paper. So I'll just put in about 2 mushrooms. Now we're going to put in garlic, and we're going to put in, you can use onion, I'm using shallot. Okay, so that's that there. Now, so I'll just show you just a regular onion, and this is what we call a banana shallot. So that's the difference there. This is a little bit sweeter in flavour, so it is, and it's really nice in sauces. So what I'm going to do, I'm literally just going to just slice it nice and thin, curve my fingers. I do like these, shallots are lovely. They're slightly sweeter, but they're beautiful cooked in a little bit of balsamic vinegar, a tiny little bit of butter. They really are gorgeous. So I'm going to slice this, and I'm going to start frying off this. So the pan is preheated. We're going to use some nice rapeseed oil, okay? So you get a high smoke temperature, and that's the oil that I've actually drizzled over our steak, which I'm going to use. So I'll just oil up the 2 pans. We'll just turn down this one low, and then just with the knife, we're going to bring this over here. So our mushrooms, and then we have also the shallot. Now we're going to put garlic into this. So it's a very simple sauce. It can work really well with pasta, with chicken, you name it. I think the key is some butter. So 2 cubes of butter, just let that cook off there. We're not going to put whiskey, we're not going to put wine, we're going to put none of that. We're just going to keep it really simple. Okay, some garlic. I'm going to use 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to use kind of my garlic crusher here. So just literally just put the garlic, rock it over and back. 3 cloves of garlic. It's just so easy to clean, so easy to work. Just scrape it out with the knife, and that goes in there, and same for this one. And actually this sauce I'm making is really nice with vol au vents. You know the puff pastry that you cook in the oven, and you pre-cook them, and then you just can put this, you can just literally put this on top, so you can, of your cooked vol au vent. Now just let that just cook there. Just soften for a minute. It's really important using oil and butter, because the oil will stop the butter from burning, because the butter will burn really quickly. Okay, so hot pan for our steak. We're going to start cooking that. So key things. Irish beef. This is Simply Better one. Okay, Bord Bia quality assured. Really important. Bring it to room temperature. I've no salt, no pepper yet, but a little bit of fresh thyme is lovely over it. You can put garlic, you can put rosemary if you want to. Just turn down the heat here, because it will burn if you're not careful. We want a little bit of a colour. I might just play musical chairs, move it onto this one here. And then just before I do my steak, I'm just going to pour some cream. So I'm using some double cream for this. So normally I use whipping cream, but double cream is a really good cream to use in this sauce there. Now we will put salt and pepper and all the rest. Finish it with some herbs, squeeze a lemon juice, and that's it. So back onto our steak, room temperature, never from the fridge. Keep it in the fridge, obviously stored, cover it in cling film, but then when you want to cook it, take it about 20 minutes before you cook it. Season your steak with some sea salt, some black pepper, and then make sure the pan is really hot. See the way that's smoking? We're going to put the seasoned side down. I'm going to cook my steak nice and pink. It's the way I really like it. I'm going to use all this excess rapeseed oil and thyme. And fresh thyme is really beautiful in this. You can hear it cracking away. Now, so our sauce is on. I'm going to give it a little stir. So just let that just cook there. It's cooking up really nicely and reducing. And your sauce will keep, I forgot to say, 3 or 4 days in the fridge. No problem at all. A couple of pieces of butter. I want the butter, I can't emphasize the flavour butter gives it. It's absolutely delicious, full of flavour. Now I'm going to just literally, no, I want that a bit more golden brown. Let's turn up the heat. So even on a barbecue, under a grill, you do the same technique. Obviously you wouldn't put butter. You can brush it with butter if you want to. Now I'm going to serve it with some broccoli. I'll come back to that. We're going to finish our sauce with a little bit of flat leaf parsley. You can use some of the basil. See those lovely basil plants behind me? You could use that if you wanted to, because this sauce would work really well with pasta. If you don't want to use all double cream, you can use half cream, half milk. But you know me, cream isn't bad for you. It's only how much you use. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to roughly cut this using the same knife. I could have ran just behind me and just got the big knife, but I'm just going to cut this quite rough. Okay, so this is flat leaf parsley. It's not finely chopped. This is really reducing nicely, and that's the secret into using double cream. I might need a wee bit more, and then a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's your sauce done. Gorgeous, smells great. Let's have a little look at the steak. So we're going to flip it over. You can hear that crackling. Now I'm going to cook it nice and pink, and see that lovely golden brown there? The butter will give you that, so it will kind of caramelize. Now I need to put salt into this and a little bit of black pepper. So it's a really simple sauce. Shallot or onion. I've used some brown mushrooms, okay, which I really like. Okay, those lovely chestnuts, you know, the brown ones, and they're growing in Monaghan. So not too far from here. I'm going to switch that off now. We have that lovely consistency there. And I'll just get a spoon and I can just show it to you. So it's not too runny and it's not too gloopy or heavy. That's exactly what I want. Okay. So I want to show you what basting is actually. So basting when you're cooking a steak or chicken breast or anything like that is usually just getting a little bit of oil and butter and just kind of spoon it over like that. Now it is hot. Be careful. Never take your eyes off the pan. And then just bring it closer to you. So you're going to get lovely flavour. So I want to talk to you how you check when your meat is cooked, because that's really important. So if we go like here, so this part of your finger here, if you like beef, lamb, duck, rare, see how soft that is. Next finger, okay, that is medium. Your next finger is medium well, and your last finger is well done. So it firms up. So the first finger is soft, like really soft butter. Next finger medium well done. So that is cooking up. That's kind of rare now at the moment. I like my meat medium rare. I'm going to just flip it over. Now that is beautiful. If you see that lovely golden brown colour, that's exactly perfect what I want. Really happy with that. Okay, what I am going to do on the same pan, in my steamer, I've just steamed some baby potatoes, and I'm literally just going to, they're still warm, they're not hot, but I'm just going to put them into the pan. So they are cooked, and I'm just going to warm them up there. Now what I like with my my steak, of course, is chips. You do need some kind of potato. A little bit of salt there. So you're getting all the flavours here. That's really important. And then we're going to serve this with a little bit of broccoli. So I love sprouting broccoli. And what I've done with this, everyone, is just put it into boiling water for literally 30 seconds. So that's what you call to blanch off. And then I took it out in cold water. That's what you call refreshing. And then that's completely cold. So I'm just going to literally warm it up with a tiny little bit of butter. I'll just get a little drizzle of water here. Just a splash. And then we're just going to shake our steaks. Or the steak, should I say, and the potatoes. And actually the potatoes, it's a good idea. I'll tell you why. I'm going to move this over here because the potatoes are getting lovely colour. You can see that there. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I think that'll be really, really delicious and give more flavour. So just for our sauce, I'm going to just pop it back on for a minute. If it does get too thick, okay, I have a little bit more cream, or you can use milk, or you can use a wee drop of water, but I am going to finish it with some lemon juice. Now, so turn that up there. That would probably be enough sauce for maybe 3 people. I like lots of sauce, so depends on how much you like. In goes the broccoli in the pan. We'll put a wee bit of salt in that in a moment. I'm going to check my steak. I just love that colour. I mean, to me, that just looks super. It's soft. I don't want to overcook it. I'm going to serve it up now. A little squeeze of lemon juice in my sauce. Gives lovely acidity. I'll just move that out of the way. And it's really, really quick. A lot of people get nervous cooking steak. Remember, try to get the best quality Irish beef that you can. I'm going to turn that off now. Butter, more butter on the broccoli, and a little bit of salt. So all I'm doing is just warming it up. You can serve this with peas, you can serve it with salad. It doesn't really matter what you serve it with. So we'll put on our steak. Now normally I'd let this rest, okay? What resting means is that you let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes. So you can keep that covered in some tin foil. Them are potatoes. I'm just going to arrange them just around here. So you're getting the lovely little bit. Remember, they were par cooked in the steamer. Okay, you can simply boil them, but I think the steamer is a great thing to have. And you can serve this with mash. You can serve it with potato wedges, chips, you name it, whatever you like, whatever you feel. The key is cooking the steak to your liking, as you like it. If you like a steak, if you like steak well done, try it medium well. And then you'll go to medium, and then you might even go to medium rare. But honestly, because it's juicy, it's more succulent. I love that word. And I think the strip loin is a great cut because it has great flavour, so it has in it. So lots of that lovely broccoli. Like, how nice does that look? And then the last thing we're going to do is just we're going to spoon on. So this is my sauce here. Lovely and creamy. Yum yum. Just get a spoon. I don't want to cover the whole steak. We'll just go over here. So this is the mushrooms a la creme with the shallot. You could put white wine, I didn't. Some garlic, some of those lovely chestnut mushrooms, some double cream, and then some chopped parsley and lemon juice. And that is it, guys. It's simple, it's delicious. You can enjoy this steak dish. That is my strip loin steak with mushrooms a la creme. And that is the lovely sprouting broccoli. You can use peas or whatever kind of vegetables you like. Little baby potatoes, so you can use chips or a baked potato or a salad. But the key is the really, really good meat. And that's what you have there. So enjoy this. The recipe will be on the Maclean Facebook page. So keep up the great cooking. And yeah, listen, it's hard to beat a really nice steak recipe with a lovely sauce. Sauce will keep for 2 or 3 days in the fridge. Bring your meat to room temperature. Good hot pan. Rapeseed oil, a little bit of butter. You've got a beautiful steak. Happy cooking and enjoy. Thank you.